Hey guys, Matt here. We are working on a quick little project showing you guys how to repair some damaged threaded inserts if you're working on classic or antique cars. So this 1947 Ford that we are working on has been a hot rod and a street rod for many years and been off the road basically since the 70s. And we're going back through this car and doing some rewiring the car and taking care of everything that's been damaged and broken over the years. So we're back to the taillights. We're working on wiring up the taillights and converting them to dual filament. And we noticed that the threaded inserts on all 4 points are broken or damaged. They had bolts broken off in them and they needed to be repaired. Now Ford used back in the day basically a square nut that they fit into this insert, and it was either pressed or tack welded or spot welded into place. And over the years, when you get a broken bolt in there or stuck bolt, you can actually twist it out of there and it becomes a problem and gets all damaged. So if you're not doing a full 100-point restoration, way I like to repair that is actually using the threaded nut insert tool or rib nut tool and a set of these threaded inserts, and you can actually fit them in there. So I found that the square hole here is actually just undersized for a 5/16 18 thread threaded insert. So I've already opened up this first one here, and you can see that that sits right in there like that. So we're going to show you how we're going to use that tool to actually put these in, replace the threads in this, and then we can put our taillight housings back in and it'll be like it never happened. Alright, we're going to start on this first one here, like I said, that I had already opened up with my step bit, and we have our threaded insert here. So the flanged section is what is actually going to catch in there. So when that fits in there, you want to mount it like that, and you actually turn it like upside down in the tool. And there, I've already installed the 5/16 die in here. So you basically thread your threaded insert over the die, and you need to open the tool up like this. And what I like to do is thread it to the point where it's about flush or almost flush, and that gives us a little bit of pull on the tool. Sometimes you can go just a little bit further if you want. And I like to test. You want to have a little bit of pull in the tool, so we have a little bit of room here that you're actually going to be grabbing and pulling, and it's going to be compressing that. If you're almost bottomed out on the tool, then you may not get a good pull and compression on the threaded insert, and it may not be a secure fitment. So I'm pretty happy with what that is there. So we're going to stick this in the hole like this, and you want to press it in pretty good and pull like that, and then you thread with this knob here, you thread the insert out. That, and we have a secure threaded insert. So now we're going to move on to the next one. We'll show you the process. Alright, like I mentioned on the first one, we used a step drill bit, but on this other side here, the body actually kind of contacts. So if you're just doing it on the car, or you could take this taillight housing off, doesn't matter. But you can also just use a drill bit that's just barely too large and open it up. You want a nice snug fit of the threaded insert, which is just about there. Alright, that should fit in real nice like that. So get this installed in the tool. Now we got that opened up, and we can go ahead and get that one set in. Alright, so we got our threaded inserts all mounted in, and now we can put our housing back in. And you could use screws or something that looks a little more original. In this case, you know, the lens is covering all of this, and I can just get away with just using standard 5/16 bolts with some washers, and I'll show you how this all mounts up. Everything tightens down nice. Now If you wanted to use a smaller threaded insert here, you would have had to weld that hole up and then drill a new hole to do that. Could have definitely done that. In this case, because the hole was already almost 5/16 and these bolts are all hidden when everything's together, I just choose the path of least resistance and use that. So got this all tightened down in there, and then I'll show you how everything attaches. So we got our lens here that sits over those bolts that we just used, and our lens housing goes like this, and it will clip over. All right, so as you can see, we got the taillight lens and the trim all clipped in place, and it is all securely fastened to the car. And that is why I love this threaded insert tool, because you can tackle so many jobs like this where you have captive nuts or tack welded factory inserts that have broken over the years. You can use this kit with a variety of threaded inserts, and you can quickly change the dies out, and you can do a job like this in just a few minutes. Now we have something that will bolt on like stock. We can finish our wiring and just keep moving on this project. So if you want to learn more about the threaded insert kit or any of the tools I used today, you can click the link down below, or you can visit eastwood.com to get all the tools you need to do the job right. Thanks guys, catch you later.